Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is Vampyr. And as you may notice from the right top corner, I have a lot less experience, and that's because I have leveled myself up and our blood spear is now at level 3. I have gone for this blood spear, the one that does more damage than this one. Although the damage is not incredibly different, like it's minor, I have to admit. This is a little bit more damage and its range is rather high, and I do tend to use this on range, and unfortunately, and that was my biggest issue, I don't know what medium range entails. I don't have a layout like this is medium range. Moreover, if this ability over here creates 3 little blood spears to hit 3 enemies you're facing, I tend to try and not face 3 at the same time. Besides, I won't know if they all will be susceptible to blood damage, so I've gone down this route. Alright. Moreover, well, because I changed that, the district's night has passed. This man still has a migraine, but he doesn't allow me entry. We know where he is, but he didn't allow me entry before. We have, and you see this glowing now, sanitized Pembroke Hospital. Everybody's doing here pretty alright. So, prices may have changed, they say. And also over here, we've changed the status from serious to healthy. And also here you see this glowing, so I think I've changed it as well. Still haven't met these folks, so I can't get it to sanitized. And this lady, I think I've heard of her, because the photo is there visible. But I can't remember where or what, and she might be in that house of this boy. I don't know, no, because that was in a different location. Regardless, I couldn't cure her ailment because it's unknown to me, her ailment, so that's why it stayed. Well, currently we're about to go and get some confessions for myself. I don't know why I have this marker up again, but this time I thought, you know what, let's do the journey in the video because, well, we definitely can do some combat. And this is going to be interesting because this is going to be against that priest again. I believe that is the little alcove I need to get into if I want to reach that one guy.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ooh.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
No,
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
And how do I learn of these?
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Here there was a priest that could damage me like really, really hardcore. Oh, it's a skull that was there now. Let me just interrupt you in this fight. Ooh, I think I did a very nice clean kill on that one. But if you have rules, I would be very happy to abide by them if you would simply explain them to me. I was curious to see how much damage that would do now that I've upgraded it. But not as much as I would hope. Whoa! The other guy threw a grenade and this guy got stuck in it. No, don't. Why did I sheath that? Like, seriously. I didn't want to sheath that at all. Goodbye. That was weird. I'm glad I recorded also on this road trip, otherwise we would have missed that little cutscene. Alright. And again, I apparently have a label somewhere. Where is it? I don't see it, but I see in the top right corner there that... There it is. Remove that. Oh, that is... That's going to bug me the whole game if that keeps... Remove. There we go. Now I've been able to remove it. Because I misclicked probably when I want to change into the tap. Well, we haven't been in here yet, so let's see.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
I don't need company, I have no need for a kind ear. I'm going to say this.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
These answers once again seem to me the same, but I'm going to go this route.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
I have respect for these people. This vicar. If somebody tells you... If somebody comes to you in the dead of night, distraught, in pain, to lend them a kind ear is something that might be beyond many's capabilities. Many people, their capabilities. And I would say this because I would offer it, but I know myself, if I get woken up in the middle of the night, I am not the brightest of a person simply by being groggy. But this person was, well, he did say he was still up, and I can understand it, but still, wow.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
I know that nod is probably just a random leisure animation for not doing anything, but that was perfectly in line with everything else. I've also decided on the matter of these two over here. I have decided to give the locket to the merchant. Not because I condone his actions. Some people may have already surmised from me having trouble with this mission is that I've been cheated upon. And even if the lady said she enjoyed it, decisions can become muddy. The mind can become muddy due to circumstances. And it is never a one-way street, so he willingly helped this man. But I don't think if I give it to him, to this man, who was his wife, he says, this merchant, that he knows of it. But if he doesn't, he might go freak out. And I don't know if that would be good. It was a package given to him, so I will see this as a dying wish of a woman, and I will try and keep the peace. Do not see this as me condoning any form of adultery.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Do you have any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I guess what she does for people makes it all right in the end.
Right then. Show me what you have.
What do you have? Tiny good handle part. I think I needed that for something. 64, and I have a ton of things. Let me just buy one of them. One. That's all I'm going to take right now. If I want to buy more, I'll buy more later on. Alright, that leaves me with this quest also done. Now, the scarf. I can only give it to the lady. I don't know why. Oh, sorry, in here. There's an option to give it to him. Well, why he is involved? So I'm just going to give it to Papa. And then I will probably track this. And he doesn't allow me in yet, so I will then probably track that. I have no reason to give it to the journalist. I have no connection here. I have no idea why or how. So,
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
no, but
Could this be the scarf you lost, Miss Popper?
It is much more than a scarf to me. It is the only thing that connects me to my family and my country. Thank you so much.
hint filled. Well, too bad.
Goodbye, miss.
And a hint filled also
Take care
on
of
him.
yourself as best you can.
Now, I don't mind that so much because these hints, these hints are,
Can I help you?
if I can look at it. Oh, this is the wrong way to look at
Goodbye,
it. Sorry. It's over here. These hints allow you to unlock more value of these people, their blood. They will become more value if you mesmerize them and then drain them dry. But that is the whole point of this series in the beginning. I said I would be as peace-loving as possible. So there is no need for me to get all these hints. The disadvantage, of course, I'm sure there's some XP bound to these hints. So in that sense, it's a little bit like, you know, could have perhaps made use of it if to gain a little bit more XP, but seeing so many enemies respawn, I don't really feel inclined to do this. To really oh, whoa! Hello! No! What are you... Why in the world would you suddenly switch targets? Like, seriously? Why would you switch target in the middle of attacking one guy? Game! Your combat mechanics, they need a little bit of... I don't know what, but a little bit of research into improving them? Don't know exactly how to put it, but they could sometimes really. You make weird decisions. Or so it feels. There you go. Well, let's...
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. I remember you.
What's going on here? I see you. Holy heck, what? This is a cool effect. What are you?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Huh?
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
That does not make sense to me.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Meaning Dr. Swansea. Well, let's first do this side quest. Well, that was an encounter. What is wrong with you, lady?
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
By the way, I apologize for hitting my mic there by accident.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
It's also what I would have said as myself, but not in that exact wording. Guilt, sadness can be a trap. If something happened back in the past and you can't separate yourself from it at a certain point and look at it, then you are constantly trapped in the past and in that sentence and in that torment. Trust me, it is, for me, a personal experience. That's why I wanted to say it. However, he used his voice again as if he was like, "Are you gonna die?" type of growl. The lower choice is not always like a choice in the way I would like her to say it. Or, yeah, it's just a little bit like Fallout 4. I would like a little bit more of the entire answer, please. And otherwise, like in Fallout 4, be able to load. You can do this, but why does this stand here?
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
Indeed, and that's why I thought I should tell her that I understand her situation, but still believe for her to move on. It's like being... You wish you have a dream, but something is anchoring you in the place you currently are, and you're trapped between wanting to do the dream and stuck being perhaps content in where you are. And there's nothing wrong with being content, don't get me wrong. But if you are broken between two worlds, that in itself might do more damage than making a choice. You can always make a choice, well, not always perhaps, but you can make a choice, look at it, and perhaps say this is not the right one and turn back from it. But if you're stuck between two things, and sometimes you need someone that understands you on a deeper level.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Let me just check. Sorry, I'm just interrupting her line. Yeah, that's her, and we got 3 out of 4.
No, you can trust me. Why have you not spoken to me?
Because sometimes you don't want to perhaps worry, let your partner worry about something you cannot prevent. Whoa! Okay, you guys have respawned. Yeah, you guys have respawned. I see. I don't care about those guys on top. Don't care about you. I care about you. Oh, great. Now I've attracted their attention, which was not my intention. Alright. No reward? Oh, yeah, a little bit of reward. There's the reward. Where's your reward? I just can't stand them just eating from a corpse. I just have to do something about that. Sometimes you don't need to make use of your opportunity where you stun them, if only just to make the fight one-on-one. That was a perfect way to also use my stun ability, I believe. What the heck, can I jump on this? That's such a weird, small little thing to get to be. Hi. Ready to die? You're the one that transports. I know who you are. Or should I say, who you were? Both as human and then a scroll later. Because you died twice. Now I know that the game says like the quick way to power is to drain humans, to mesmerize them and drain them, and I totally see their point because there's a lot of XP worth in it. If you just look at, let's take a random person. Voila, 4,800 XP, 2,000 plus 3,000, 2,250. This is about the lowest one because he's also ill, and we haven't found anything out about him. But and this one is really, really low, 850. But there are quite a few people that are worth quite a bit of experience. But yeah, that's where we're going to try and refrain from doing things. We are going to try and refrain from being a violent vampire. I didn't think these guys would respawn already. And there the queue went wrong again. Bye. Just say I'm gonna show him who's boss? Good luck. Bye-bye. You resisted. You resisted what? You're dead. There's someone on the bridge, but this guy isn't there. Sometimes there's a guy over. Oh, there it is.
Are you deaf?
Yeah, I'm deaf. Because you have no resistance to melee, and you can give me therefore quite a bit of blood. Thank you for your cooperation. I really feel that these guys spawn back too quickly. Because, let's face it. Nope, you do not do your trick. Because how can London, where so many people are ill, still have so many capable fighters? There are... Okay. Go ahead then. Come and take it. Yes, that's a little bit what a vampire is all about. He is dead. Ow. That was a trick shot. Can't pick this up yet. Not until I kill this guy. Hi. I killed you, I think, already about 4 times in this game. If this was anything like Dishonored, my chaos score would be up in the roof. Not even because I wanted to get it rocketing sky high. No, simply because everything respawns all the frickin' time. I don't want to kill these people, but they don't allow me not to kill them. That makes sense. Actually, could use a bite, so.
This is despicable.
I see a rat here, but for some reason I can't pick it up. There it is. Targeting is sometimes a little bit wonky. Well, we're back at the Pembroke Hospital, so.
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, discussion going on. What the hell just happened here?
Please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
What in the world happened? Any answers?
Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No, I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
What?
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Now, hold on. I first need to look here, because I have to admit I've forgotten who is whom. So, Sean Hampton. Clay Cox. Sean Hampton. Where's Sean Hampton? I have forgotten. There must be a patient that I've forgotten. Sean.
Disgust on every street.
I don't know what happened.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accepted.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts.
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
I do remember the woman, I just don't remember the guy. I will have to... Hey, there's also... No, there's no blood trail. I thought for a moment that was blood trail as well. Alright, let's go upstairs, ask what happened, and I assume I will be set on this investigation, and perhaps get into the morgue. Also, I hear heated voices. There they are.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Our villain has been
By the
introduced.
sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
I think we have been introduced to a new enemy, but I wonder, two actually recently. I wonder, how far are we in the game? Hardly anywhere, I have the feeling. Now.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Oh, no way I will answer this. This is not a question I need to ask now.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Okay, so I don't have the heart for this. Is seriously, I wouldn't know why you would answer this. If you're playing evil, why would you? If you're a vampire, you would want the blood. I mean, I can almost understand that there's too much blood and you will hardly be able to control yourself. Perhaps in that sense, I don't have the heart for this. But that feels like an odd answer for a doctor that has sworn oath trying to help. Am I your only hope again? It's just rubbing it in the wrong way with the only man that truly helped you from the very beginning, so...
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
They are not far wrong, absolutely not. I'll protect you all. I really want to, but that means all-out war, and that's not what's on. That's not what he wants. So,
do you really believe they would come for us here, in such a public venue?
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Mr. Hampton, who was that again? Who was Mr. Hampton? I brought him here. Mr. Hampton. He's not over here. No. Hampton. I don't think I can send somebody from this place. Hampton is Palmer and Palmer. Petrescu. This is the Swanbury people that sell things. That's the awful renter. This is the delusion, depraved guy that thinks that science is completely wrong. And not open to anything else. Oh, perhaps I should have asked Darius Petrescu a little bit about the scarf. Right, that could have been it. That could have maybe have given me a clue about Poppa. But that these two were linked was clear because they were set together in the quest, but I just never got haven't found the clue. So my mistake. Is there I can't remember who that person was. I am so sorry. This is the problem of being a YouTuber. Because I do record ahead of time. Because I am...
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
The docks, yeah, everybody's... Remove this. This marker, but... Who is Sean Hampton again? That is Sean Hampton! Really? The pillar of community? Oh boy. And where was the morgue? I think the morgue was over here, wasn't it? I think I will check out the morgue for a moment. Ooh, that brought a safe along. That's saying something. Do we have time for that in this episode? Not really. Well, I would like to look at the body, so we're going to look here, and then we're going to go into the docks. But that is for next episode. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.